Open innovation was one of the most important decisions we made about a decade ago. We were struggling at the time. Only about 15% of the new brands and products that we brought to market were successful commercially. And even with that low success rate, we were relatively slow. It was taking us too long to bring new technologies, new products to market. So we asked ourselves, why? And one of the conclusions that we drew at the time was that we weren't using all of the resources available to us. And the first one, obviously, is the consumer or the customer. We had to bring the consumer and the customer in a meaningful way into not just the innovation dialogue, not just into consumer and product research. We had to get them involved in co-creating and co-designing with us, and we began to do that. Second thing we had to do is we had to understand that there were other inventors and innovators out there in our supplier companies, at universities, in research laboratories, in garages around the world, who had ideas and solutions to technology problems that we needed. And so we literally opened the doors and began to invite them in. Culturally, it was very difficult because we had run our own rather large research and development facilities around the world. The focus had been on invention, so on the invention of the technology or the molecule, and it hadn't really been on innovation in the sense that you take that invention into the market, it meets an unmet need that a customer or consumer has, and it creates a commercial success. So my biggest challenge was to bring all of the PhDs and master degree engineers and scientists along around the world. And I worked very hard on that. And the approach was basically an experimental approach. I asked the different innovation teams to try opening up and to see whether they could increase the success rate with their new inventions and technologies or accelerate the pace with which we could bring them to market. And fortunately, we got lucky. Both happened. Our success rate went from about 15% to about 50%, and our pace improved dramatically, and we're now to the point where we bring dozens of new products to the market every single year.